Hi. You know what song is in my mind for some reason? Silly of me. I wasted so much time. Oops. Da, da, na, na, na. I really lost my mind. Hi, Gershon. Hey, guys. So I'm excited tonight. We're going to come on with Joy Warren, who is a performance coach with Develop the Artist Within You. And of course, I realized very quickly, Inger, that I did not know the song, so I stopped. Beautiful Body Lydia. All right, hi. Thank you guys for logging in. No, man, listen, my days are long, man. They start early and they go late, so I needed a second. I needed a minute. Ask myself, oh, what am I doing wrong? Oh, okay. Hi, Isaiah. Where is Joy? I should have probably let her know I was coming on. This is not Joy who's coming on, but somebody else while we await. Hello. How you doing, Isaiah?
What's going on?
I'm chilling. How are you?
Good.
Are you going to sing for us? It's a talent show.
Yeah, I'll sing something. It's the greatest of all time, y'all. It's the vocal coach Joe on here.
Oh my gosh. First of all, let me filter up this face because it's wearing me. There we go. Praise him. All right. What are you gonna
Hey, Pastor True, what's up? I don't know. Let me see. Give me I'm not really. I've been doing so much music. I'm like, you have so many engagements in a row. You'd be like, ooh.
Choose a song, any song.
Give me shut up, Saucy.
Like seriously, stop playing. Hello.
Give me a hymn or something.
What? You give yourself a hymn.
Help me. Okay, we'll do this. At last my Savior bleed, and did my sovereign die? Would he devote my sacred head for such a worm as I? At the cross, where I first saw the light, and the burdens of my heart, they rolled away. Hey, it was there by faith I received my sight, and now I am happy all the day. At the cross, where I first saw the light, and the burdens of my heart, they rolled away. It was there by faith I received my sight, and now I am happy all day.
Tyrese, everybody.
Tyrese the gospel. That boy good.
That boy good. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hey. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. A little bit tired, but I'm good.
What are you going to sing for us?
Well, I've been working on something.
Okay.
And it's like a remix-ish of an old hymn. So
Are you going to play?
actually, I'm just gonna press play.
Oh, okay.
Track, so
Okay.
I muted the vocal lead, and I'm gonna sing on top of it.
Oh, I love it.
Sounds good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
It's really good.
I was sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore, very deeply staying within, sinking to rise no more. But the master of the sea heard my despairing cry from the waters that lifted me. Now save Lord, I gotta carry one. What is done for me? What is set me free from? Oh, what is done for me? Yes. I was seeking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore, very deeply staying within, sinking to rise no more. But the master of the sea heard my despairing cry from the waters that lifted me. Now say, Lord, what is done for me? Yeah. What is set me free from? Oh, what is done for me? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When nothing else could help, it was love that lifted me. Oh, yeah. That's like freestyling anything.
That was good. That was really good. You're so talented.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
It's quite hard to sing on a tempo. Well, thank you for having me.
Why did Joy leave? You're so welcome. Let's try that again.
Take care.
All right.
Yes. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Joy. Ooh. God.
This is my first time using this. I didn't messed up so much. I'm like, oh, wait, okay. That was so good though. I hate that he's gone. I wanted to say something.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It was more my fault because I closed out of it by accident, and I thought I was swiping so I could heart it. It's okay.
Yeah, I felt you can't heart it if you're on it.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I love his arrangements though. That was so good, especially the intro part. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And a big old smile the whole time. That was great.
Really talented guy. French Canadian.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. So, everybody, I wanted to introduce you to my special guest tonight. First of all, Joy, you look amazing.
Thank you.
I didn't get that memo, but
Listen, filter.
So let me filter this thing because it is wearing me out. So Joy is one of my coaches for my Develop the Artist Within You. Tamara, how you doing? Tamara Bodie's on the line. Develop this IG Live makes you get real like spastic, you know what I mean? On here, like you're saying one thing and then you change. Sorry about that. So
somebody's comment coming up, you're like, oh hey.
Yeah, so let's keep a line of thought. So Joy is an amazing performance coach with my Develop the Artist Within You program. She's a wonderful singer, entertainer, songwriter. She probably does a whole bunch of other things that I don't even know about. But I felt it was super important to add the element of performance coaching to to my program because, you know, stage presence is everything. And you can really sell somebody on who you are as an artist just based on how you own the room, how you command attention in the room, and how confident you are physically.
Yeah.
So can you talk more about that, or maybe give a couple of tips that you feel like every singer should know or think about, you know, when it comes to performance?
I sure can. And I'm going to be really, really honest and like super, super vulnerable with people too. I by no means feel like I have arrived as a performer. And I feel like I have gained a lot and have been doing this a lot, but I'm constantly trying to grow, constantly trying to get better and better and better. So I think one of the main things is to keep perfecting your craft.
Okay.
Like watch other artists, you know, some of the greats, study them, learn how they moved, learn how they commanded the stage, learn how they talked to the audience, learn how they took their moments with the music and the band and like left space, learn how they used their voice or didn't use their voice, just how they engaged. Like that is one of the main things, like really, really studying other people. And then the other thing I think of is just being yourself. Like being yourself is so important because we are in the age of emulation. Like most people are just trying to be somebody else. But what you want to be is your authentic self, because that is what's going to open the door for you. Like nobody wants Beyonce Part 3. You know what I mean? Nobody wants Chris Brown Part 2. People want you because you bring something different to the table. And so that would be the second thing I think of. And then just really being as authentic as possible. Like I think a lot of people in our generation are very much bandwagon oriented, just kind of jumping on because something is hot or it's trendy, or, oh, this can make me money, or this can give me a large following, or I can be famous overnight because, hey, there's TikTok, hey, there's YouTube, hey, there's Instagram, and people are, you know, this person got 1 million followers, but you really need to be authentic, and that means you need to find your niche. Like, what is it about you that makes you special and makes you shine, and then hone into those things. And you really can't go wrong if you lean into those 3 things, I think, and you stick with it.
That's really good. Now, let me tell you why I asked you to be my performance coach. The very first time we met, we were doing a gig for Gospel Touch, right?
Uh-huh.
And I feel like that gig was like a culture shock for all of us. You know, we were at
Was it the Mars one, the candy one at the aquarium?
Yes.
I still remember that in the big beautiful room. With the
yes, but it was an awkward moment for all of us because we're kind of used to singing to an audience that knows we're singing, who we're singing about. We're singing it our way, like we're super comfortable. We're wearing jeans and a t-shirt and shirt, and we're just singing. Yeah. And then to be asked to sing traditional gospel choir music and Motown music in red robes at a corporate event was
in an aquarium room, y'all.
Baby.
Like sharks all around us.
Baby, a cappella at that. I mean, talk about naked. I mean, right. No support whatsoever, just as awkward as it could be. Right. And then you had the lead for the most 60s song ever. Like and to top it off, we didn't even have a stage. So people were just standing around with their drinks in their hand, watching us sing, you know, like.
It was so awkward, I swear.
But you killed it.
Thank you.
It was one of them songs like, you know, love. That was it. Yeah. People drinking their beers and we're talking about, you know, your love is lifting me higher. And you just you just nailed it. Like the way that, and I feel like it's one thing to be on stage, have the lights in your face, have your microphones, have your setup that makes you kind of feel at home on stage. It's another thing to perform when you're on the same level with everybody else and you're in a room with hundreds of people. They're not expecting you, you know what I mean? They're more rock, you know, pop oriented.
It was definitely a different demographic in the room.
And they're 5 feet away from you, just like, oh, okay.
Like, she's not exaggerating at all. Like, it was really that.
It's like going into, I mean, it's literally like going into any club and just being in there with a robe on,
Right.
singing. It felt like that. In the middle of the room. And people just go, oh, okay. And we were the main event for that moment. And it was just complete silence except for our voices and our clapping. And it rained, but it was, you killed it. I just remember thinking, how brave.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And that was when I knew that when I started to develop this program, I mean, literally nobody else came to my mind. I was like, Joy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Totally humble. Love it.
Yeah. I was like, that was so brave. If she can do that, if you can perform in that setting, and I feel like if you can perform in an intimate setting, you can perform anywhere.
Thanks.
An intimate setting where nobody cares about you, nobody came to hear you.
Yeah.
They're looking at you like, why are you even here? But okay, we'll listen, you know. Like if you can do that and be charismatic and own the room and look like you're enjoying yourself and get people to go, okay, I'll buy what you're selling. I mean, that's to me is the makings of an amazing performer and performance coach. So let's talk about that. It's easy to perform in settings with people that know and love you and, you know, are expecting you to do certain things. But what about winning over an audience? I think that's the mark of a true artist.
Listen, I definitely agree with that. That's so interesting because I just did a gig, what was that, Monday night for the Only Music Society. Shout out to Dee Only Music Society. And that was, well, on the roster was my friends, but in the room was people that I did not know. So it felt like a little bit of both of what you're saying. Like there was, and it was super intimate. So I was like, oh, my friends, you know, that's a level of comfortability. But then there's all these strangers very close to me too. And it was like, okay. And all I could think of, I'm going to be very redundant, but all I could think of was, you know what? I just got to be myself. And all I can do is be myself because I know that I prepared to the best of my ability. And then from there, it's just about being myself and trying to connect with the audience as much as possible. And sometimes that means, you know, taking a moment to just talk. And so I did that at the beginning before I started because I had a looper board that I used for this performance. This was my first time doing that. Very new, so I was nervous, and I'm honestly nervous every time that I sing. But I think I've learned over the years to channel those nerves into the adrenaline to push to the goal and to the motive. And so it can be very jarring, but you know, on the front end, I think preparing as much as you can is the beast of it, because typically what happens is when you get on stage, you're in your head. You start thinking like, you know, oh my gosh, people are looking at me. What comes next? What am I going to do? What am I going to say? But when you're prepared as much as you can be, all of that, the technical stuff is more in your subconscious mind. So your conscious mind can be more present in the moment and just be like reading the room and connecting with people. And I really pay attention to people. Like sometimes I'll, you know, find a spot. I've heard people say, find a spot at the back of the room, like at the wall where you can look just above people's heads. So it looks like you're looking at them and you're engaging. And then once you find that pace in your rhythm and you kind of catch your breath and you get into the moment, then I zero in on certain people's faces. And I'm very particular about how my facial expressions are too. I try to make them accurate for the moment, you know, the emotion that you're in, but I find moments to smile at people. And you will not really believe how many people will literally become yours if you just smile at them while you're in a moment, like, and you're thinking. And I've seen that so much, and then people come and say, you know, you just smiled at me, and that just made me feel so good. I just loved you. And it's honestly, sometimes I'm like, I sounded terrible in that moment, but you're like, oh, you just so
that was the moment you won them over.
Exactly, because of that that genuine zero-in connection where you look somebody in the eye and just, I'm singing in this moment and I see you. You know, like that.
Yeah.
They're just like, people really,
They
eat
eat.
that stuff up, you know? So it's learning how to take moments with your audience and make them yours. Bring them into your moment. And it's very important to look at the right people, though. You don't want to look at the people that are giving you like the, you know, you don't want to zero in on those. Zero in on the people that are actually engaging with you and are willing to connect with you. And you can tell by like their body language or their facial expressions too. That's really important.
That's
Danny, I'm seeing all of my people. Hey, Reese. What up, Danny? Oh, yes, Reese. Muscle memory, absolutely, for sure. And that's another thing too. Like the more and more you do it, that the more second nature all these things become. And I know it sounds like, oh, that's just a lot. It's a lot to remember. It's a lot to get down pat, but it is very much muscle memory. So the more you do it, the more you do it, the more you do it, the more second nature it becomes. And like I said, you're able to get all of that stuff into your subconscious mind and be more present in the moment with the music and what you feel and what your audience is doing and all that.
How did you have to train yourself to keep your eyes open? Hi.
Oh God, yes. Ooh, because I was a big, like, I would get scared, and so I just shut down and go into my own space. So I close my eyes, and that's my safe place. It's like, okay, I can't see nobody's facial expressions, and you know, at least it looks like I'm confident, even if I'm shaking inside with my eyes closed. But I definitely had to do that. And I remember one time, this was during praise and worship. Also, facts. Singing in church is such a great training ground because, you know, not everybody in church is kind and welcoming. And, you know, you deal with all the worst sound issues and all the weirdest things. So you learn how to work through all those things. Major sidebar, y'all, that was free. But I remember one time my dad was like, you should open your eyes more. Bring us in. Let us be a part of the moment with you. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll do that. So I started incorporating that more. And then using those moments where I close my eyes, sometimes I open my eyes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I open
y'all see all my videos. I don't even know if I would say I'm working on it. I'm just like, my voice be messing up when I start looking around. I gotta close my eyes.
Sometimes it can.
I'd be like, this is a recording. I need my stuff right. I ain't got time. Tammy.
Hi, I'm just so surprised.
What?
I'm surprised, love. I don't know. I mean, I don't come into lives very often, so I'm not here very often. So I was just trying to figure out what was going on and why I was being.
Oh, I summoned her. She didn't request to be in the live. I invited her to the live. So let's be clear about that. But so Joy, do you know Tammy?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. Hey, girl.
So Tammy Bodie is an amazing singer from Florida, then Huntsville, Oakwood, and then Nashville. Now she's in Nashville.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Doing all the Nashville things.
Nice.
So amazing BGB. I think she did something with Tasha Cobbs, like her her last recording, right?
Her last recording,
yeah. So that being said, this is Joy. She is my performance coach for my artist development program. So we were talking about, and she's also an amazing singer and BGB and all of that. And so we were just talking about performing and, you know, how to overcome certain things so that you can actually perform well and not just focus on your voice and things like that.
Right.
So I didn't know if you had anything to add. Do you want to sing? We would love to hear you sing.
I'll go ahead and sing since I'm here.
Yay!
I don't know what. Isn't that so strange? Like as singers, every time I'm asked, I'm like, I literally draw a blank of all the million songs that I know. It's like, right. This is a CeCe Winans song. It just came to my mind. I was listening to them sing it the other day, so I recorded it. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. But sometimes I wonder what he can do. Believe. Oh, no great success to show, no glory of my own. Yet in my weakness, he is there to let me know his strength is perfect. Strength is gone. He'll carry us when we can't carry on. Raised in his power, the weak they become strong. His strength is perfect. His strength is perfect.
Jeez, thank you. Thank you a lot. Don't you love her voice? Like when you hear that tone, you don't think her voice is gonna do that.
Oh, when you hear me speak?
No, when I hear your tone, like when it's so rich and then it's just so like agile too. It's just so beautiful. I love it.
Love it.
So pretty.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I need coaching, you know, because as long as I've been in the game, I still need, you know, to be coached.
Look.
See, and that's what I mean. I love that. Like the fact that we've been doing the things that we do and still just want to grow. That's when you know it's in you and you really have a love for it.
The craft.
I love that. Yeah.
I still have a coach and he kicks my behind too.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, maybe you can recommend somebody because I really wanted to give a Mama Jan here in Atlanta, but waiting list is like 3 years long.
Oh.
Like I did a workshop with Mama Jan and somebody had her on her info. She's got a wealth of it. I learned so much from her just in that company. You know, I feel like everybody that is somebody now in music, she worked with them. Yeah. It's crazy. So, yeah. And man.
Well, thank you for coming on, Tammy.
You're welcome. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Nice meeting you too. Hope to work with you guys soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Bye.
Bye.
I need to get down to Nashville.
Nashville, have you been? You've been there before, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Every time I go, I'm like, why don't I live here?
Oh, really?
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Better than Atlanta?
Well, I don't really live in. You see where I live.
Well, true.
So I guess whenever I go to Atlanta, I'm like, why don't I live here? I have the same feelings.
Yeah, because you don't really live in. You already live in Georgia. Like you're on the cusp of another state. But it's okay.
I just live in Georgia, small town Georgia. Okay. Let's see. Listen, if y'all ain't gonna send the invites, I'm gonna invite you.
You said, did I miss the singing?
Who said that?
Miss that.
Yeah, you really did. Okay, somebody is requesting on Facebook, and I'm trying to add them. Maybe I don't know how to add. Maybe I thought I knew how to add and I don't. Because it's not. Oh, I got it. Who is everybody on my team? I will be introducing them one by one. So keep getting tuned in. I mean, keep tuning in. I have like, it's like 8 of them. Well, it didn't load. So anyway, do you have anything else to say?
I feel like I covered the main things.
I think you did too.
Yeah.
Oh, we can talk about one other thing. Okay. Some people, all right. I'm saying some people. I am people. All right. How do you get out of your own? Okay, because I know you're saying be yourself, but like Beyonce, for example, she's like a performer's performer. And she's not like, you know how some people are super extra in real life. So when you see them on stage, like Carly B is the same person off stage as she is on stage. But you can't really say that for a performer like Michael Jackson or Beyonce. So what are some techniques that people could employ to kind of be the bigger than life person on stage?
You know, I don't think that's a technique. I think that and it is a part of who that person is. You know, and what's interesting to me, like, if you notice, when Beyonce started, she called it an alter ego in order to make sense of, like, who is this other person, because I'm so shy. But the truth is, both of those things are who she is. Like, both of those people are her. You know, Michael Jackson, both of those people are him. It's not like an extra thing that they had to reach outside of themselves to get. They're performers at heart, but they just happen to be introverts. They just happen to be shy people. And so I think that even that is important, because there are a lot of people that think, oh, you have to have this big personality in order to be a performer or to be a whatever. You know, you have to be this big Cardi B person or a Megan or, you know, I can't think of anybody else right now that has a really big personality, but it's not about that. Like, if that's what's in you, it's going to come out when you get in front of that microphone and when you get on stage. And what you can say about those people, you know, the Michael Jacksons, the Beyoncés of the world, is that when they were in private, they were honing that part of themselves, you know, that performer, that singer, that entertainer. And so when it came time to be on stage, it's easy for that to come out, because that is a gift that was specifically put in them to share with the world. And so you can't take it away. You can't add nothing to it. It's like, that's who they are, but they worked on it and perfected it. And so they were able to kind of, you know, share that part of themselves with the world. But it's not a technique. That's not something.
So you're saying I could study a Beyonce concert for 500 hours and learn every move, every nuance, and it still won't have the same effect as Beyonce doing Beyonce.
If that is not Delisa being Delisa, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Because, you know, and this is just, I feel like it's at a very basic level, you can see that. Because a lot of people have big personalities and they try to perform, but you're not as engaged, you're not as entertained, you don't feel the same. They don't have the same power, the same fire, the same authority. They don't command the same attention. Like, it's not the same. And that really is a gift that comes from God, and that you also have to cultivate. And Michael and Beyonce, they cultivated that over time, and it got better and better and better and better over time. And so it's like they took that gift and really, really milked it. You know what I mean?
I think someone said something really good. I think sometimes the stage gives people permission to be that over the top person.
Yeah, it gives you the space to express that part of yourself. And then they had parents that were able to, whether it was healthy or unhealthy, they were able to see that gift and help bring it out into the forefront rather than squash it. And you know how some parents are like, oh, sit down, we see you, you're doing too much. Instead of doing that, they were like, hey, no, my child has a natural bent to this thing, so let them step out and encourage them. Yeah, perfect that. Let's go jogging in heels, Beyonce, and perfect this craft, so that when it's time you have the opportunity, now we can see, oh my God, you are literally gifted to do this thing, and nobody can take anything away from that. I think that's very important. And like I said, it's so culturally different, because our generationally different, because our generation now, like I said, is more, you know, I see something and, oh, okay, I'm going to just try and do that, when you don't even have that gift. You know what I'm saying? I think that we try to put ourselves in positions that aren't necessarily aligned with who we are. There are people right now trying to be artists that you're supposed to be a chef. You're supposed to be a CEO. You know, You're supposed to be something else. Don't find out what your actual gift is, what your actual purpose is, what your actual, passion is, and then do it. But you can't put yourself in a place that you're not called to be just because you have a big personality. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good observation though, because a lot of times it is the introverts that do really well as like the superstars and all of that, and then the extroverted people don't. Being an extrovert doesn't guarantee that on stage you'll have the charisma or command. You might just look obnoxious, charming.
And I don't think it's necessary to only be an extrovert in order to be a performer.
A great performer.
Like for instance, and I've learned this more as I get older, but I'm an ambivert by all standards. Like I can be in the middle of a room and lead the whole party for hours so everybody's tired and don't want to party no more. But then when that's over, I am shut down by myself. I need space. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to be on social media. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's very much just being able to embrace all of the pieces of you and bringing that to what you do. I think people need permission. That's what I mean when I say be yourself, because whatever that is, that's a part of who you are. And
yeah. On a personal note, I feel like I always thought I was an extrovert until I realized maybe I'm not.
But there's nothing wrong with. I feel like maybe everybody even might have a little bit of both, because you have your moments when you want to be in front or you want to be with other people, and then you have moments when you don't. It's just some of us have learned how to cultivate that. Some of us it was nurtured.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like it's not just one or the other. Honestly,
I think as we grow and we mature, what we want changes. That's what I've observed.
Very true. And then, like what we were talking about earlier, if you don't use something, it's going to just get weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. So you may have started and you had that gift, but you never really used it. You never really honed it. You never really sharpened it. And that will start to die and diminish. And then you'll find yourself overcompensating, trying to be seen in other ways because you never went after the thing that was really in you the most to do.
Prophesy.
Like it is real. I even lived that some myself.
Wow.
Because to a certain degree, I was in so much fear when I got to Atlanta because the pool of talent was much bigger than where I came from. Well, let me not say that because Virginia is a lot, so much talent there. But I felt like when I got to Atlanta, it was like, oh, wow, I'm no longer the big fish in the small pond. I'm now just
a fish
in a very big pond, right? So then it's challenging. It's like, well, how am I going to respond now? Am I going to just fade into the background because I feel less than? Because I feel like what I have isn't valuable? Or am I going to start swimming in this bit? And get to know these other fish and start working with these other fish and learn how to use my gills better. And it was in the pressing through and saying, okay, I'm not going to always get it right. Sometimes I bombed. Sometimes I sounded terrible. Sometimes I did really poorly on stage. But it was in the pressing on and saying, I'm not going to stop because I know this is something that God gave me. And I have something to give to this world. So I'm going to hone it on my own time in private. And I'm going to keep putting myself out there in public. And come to find out, I really do have something special. And people really do enjoy it. And it's just getting better and better the more that I use it and the more that I, master it.
Somebody says that's really, really good. Really good. I think artists pull from other artists too. They learn through imitation until they find. Beyonce appears to have a little of Tina. Of course. I think that's part of studying. I mean, I think I know what she's saying because you were saying, oh, it all came from God, but there's nothing new under the sun. So,
absolutely.
Beyonce doesn't, she wasn't created in a petri dish and,
Right.
birthed through kind of through a bubble, but you know what I mean? She wasn't raised in a bubble. So yeah, she's going to pull from other people. And I think that's, that's part of it. But there is on her part though, a lot of ingenuity of how she approaches her own craft. So.
And this is something that we mentioned earlier, Sharon, if I'm saying that right. We were talking earlier about studying other artists and pulling and gleaning.
That was the first thing you said, actually.
Yeah, that was one of the first #6 earlier on, so you might have missed that. But absolutely, nobody went into this without seeing something or hearing something that sparked something in them and helped them to go after who they are and what they do.
Somebody made a request to go live, and then they redacted it.
Now.
Yeah, they redacted it. So honestly, I think this was an awesome live. If nobody else wants to sing, that's fine. People be scared to sing on my lives lately. I don't know what that's about.
I mean, intimidation is real, fear is real, but one thing I say is just do it afraid.
And
you never know. You never know.
And I'm the nicest one.
Oh, she said, does anyone else imagine themselves on stage while singing along?
Of course, if you're like us.
Yeah.
Oh, someone has a question? Question from, what the heck? Hold on. Oh, Amari, my love. She's going to come.
Yes, do it afraid, buddy. Love it.
My baby. Hi, girl. Hey. Go ahead and sing for us. What are you going to sing?
Okay, I'm going to sing Resentment by Beyonce.
Let's go.
Okay. She's so cute. I can't take it.
I wish I could believe you, and I'd be alright. But now everything you told me really don't apply. To the way I feel inside, loving you was easy once upon a time. But now my suspicions of you are multiplied. And it's all because you lied. I only give you a hard time. I can't go on and pretend like I haven't tried to forgive you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm so damn full of resentment. And I never understand why I'm doing the best that I can, and I've tried to forgive you, but I'm so damn full of resentment.
Great job. Good job. Sing, mother.
Sing. I'm proud of you. So I've known her for a very long time. I'm friends with her mom.
Okay.
And I'm proud of you, Amari, because that was a risky song for you to choose. She usually chooses like things that are really kind of. That was not a safe song at all. You chose a high key and you went higher.
Right. When you started out, I said, oh, she sing high.
Right. And she would normally be like, Miss Elisa, I don't know. I'm scared. So, so I am super proud of you. Keep growing. You sound amazing.
Good job.
You're welcome. Come on next time. All right.
Okay,
Bye, beautiful.
Bye-bye.
All right. We're going to take one more.
This is so fun.
As soon as
Every time I see the live, my bonnet is on.
and listen, I do be chewing people out over their bonnets. I do.
Hilarious. Hi.
What's up? How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Mike, get the popper stuff and let's go.
Oh no, this is a singer right here. I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm sure. Not with this setup, he has to be.
Or that would be a waste.
Okay.
What are you going to sing for us tonight? Troy, right?
Troy.
Okay, what are you going to sing for us tonight?
I'll just play.
Okay.
It's unbelievable how I used to see it. I thought they just need to know if you know just how I feel. Then let me show you now that dream come true. Just wanna be with you. Girl, it's plain to see you're the only one for me. Forever, just 1, 2, 3, 5. Make you fall in love with me. If ever I believe my work is done, then I start back at work.
Yes, reverb.
Do you ever think about me? Do you ever cry yourself to sleep in the middle of the night when you're away? Are you calling out? Do you ever think? I can't believe I'm acting like this. No, it's crazy. How I still can feel your kiss. It's been 6 months, 8 days, 12 hours since you've been away. Yeah, I miss you so much and I don't know what to say. I should be over you, I should know better, but it's just not the case. It's been 6 months, 8 days, 12 hours since you've been away. Give me love, love.
Okay.
Love, great. Say love. Give me love, love, love. Great love.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, Ledley much. Okay, that was amazing.
We owe him a $10 cover charge.
Okay, basically, listen. I feel like I need a stamp on my hand or something.
My first time I got my lighter up. That is funny.
Yes, boo.
That was a concert. Come through, Troy.
Love it.
I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure coming on.
Man,
Also, Crazy Love is the jam.
that is my jam. You ended that too early. That was my song.
Right? I was like, I want more of the Crazy Love.
He said that's talent to play forward and sing to the left.
You gotta find something.
Play forward and sing.
It's not that I don't want you here. What's the one? It's something about the way you stare.
No.
I fall for you every time I try to get away.
Community, I just slammed the door on them because I'm, yeah, so sorry about that. That was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, indeed.
You're amazing too, though, by the way. You know, I follow you and you're a beast. You're a vocal beast.
Thank you so
Thanks.
much.
Thanks. Super humble on it, but it is.
You said
something-
facts? Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yeah.
indeed. In freaking deed, yo.
Appreciate it. Thank
Where do you live?
you. Milwaukee. Out to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Sure.
Let's go. Is this your home setup?
It's my home setup. Yeah, I got a home studio.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a high ceiling.
Studio going on. Yeah, got my studio stuff going on.
What I've said. I see.
Oh, that's awesome. We would love to do some sort of collaboration one day. You're amazing.
Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. We should do. Yeah, definitely. Collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
You got that. You got a very like jazzy type voice.
Mm.
That's because I'm scared of high notes. But thank you. I just default to what I can do.
Miss Soprano?
Technically, yeah, but I can't be trusting it. So
You got it though.
Ayla.
You don't trust your soprano?
Nope. I had too many embarrassing situations trying to do the Karen Clark leaps. It was like a 50-50 chance, and I just was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna cut that from the set.
Oh my God.
Karen is a beast. Karen is a beast, for real.
Yeah, I was trying to be like Karen, like when I was 20, 21. That was like my muse, Karen, Yolanda Adams.
Right.
And I was just like, man, I can't get there. If I get there, it would be good one day, and then I would crack the next. And we're talking at gigs in front of hundreds of people, and the embarrassment was just too much to bear. So,
but that's the only way. That's the only way you learn, though. You know what I mean?
Rebrand.
Get out there and try it. You know what I mean? A couple times, see what works for you, see what doesn't. You know?
Yeah. So I just was like, you know what? My middle register is a beast. I'm gonna just live there. And then when I go high, people go, "Oh shoot!" And then that's good.
There you go. There you go.
But thank you.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like I've been following you. You a beast with it for real. Matter of fact, what was the You did a cover song. I'm trying to think of the cover song you did. Oh, I'm trying to think of what cover song it was, and you killed it. You killed it. It was Corinne Hawthorne.
Oh, yeah, I just reposted that.
Yeah. You snapped on that. That was dope.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I lowered it a whole step.
Yeah, I know.
You done it. Yeah.
Good,
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Where are you? Are you New
Atlanta.
Oh, ATL. Okay. It's a lot of people I know in the ATL.
People are saying you sound like Kobe.
Somebody said he looks and sounds like Kobe. Two people or something.
Kobe Bryant?
Kobe. Hey, I got a little hoop game though too. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
My Lord.
You know what I'm saying? But
well, it was a pleasure.
It was definitely a pleasure. Thank you for having me on your platform. And I'm sorry that the young lady in the right corner. What was your name again?
Joy.
Joy. Okay, it was a joy to meet you. That's kind of corny, but you know what I mean.
That was.
You have no idea how much I hear that.
So, you sing too, though.
So that was a tired laugh.
That was a tired laugh. Well, can I get blessed? Can I get blessed by something though too? I mean, like I got, you know.
Sure, I don't have a keyboard with me, but if you don't mind me not having a whole studio set up, we can do something.
It's all right. I want to be blessed by it, you know.
My Lord.
What is this song? Okay. Wish I could hold you just for a little while. Let me. I wish I could see you right now, but you're so far away. It's driving me crazy.